Paul Hamilton joining me now. Paul, the protection list for all of the NHL, but specifically the Buffalo Sabres, we're going to be talking about coming out this morning to the media. What is your immediate thought when you took a look at who the Sabres are protecting from the Seattle Kraken in the expansion draft?
Well, Rasmus Ristolainen wasn't traded, so Adams must think that he can get his asking price, which I think is extremely high. But yet I'm not on the calls with the GM. So, but he's looking for a young defenseman. He's looking for a high draft pick in return for Ristolainen. So he's protecting that trade by keeping him on the protected list, leaving Will Borgen exposed. If he doesn't want Will Borgen to go, it's probably going to cost him a draft pick going to Seattle.
Yeah, it was kind of surprising not to see Will Borgen on that list, but he was kind of, would he not be? Not seeing him on that list, what will Kevin Adams have to do to make sure that Seattle won't want to take him?
He could send him a young player. He could send him a draft pick. I think it's going to have to be more than what Vegas got. That was a 6th round pick to stay off of Linus Ullmark. I think Seattle's asking for more than that. So it might be a 3, a 4, something like that if you want to keep him and steer him towards Colin Miller. Maybe they want Colin Miller. Who knows? I mean, maybe they want the more veteran defenseman. Maybe they want Kyle Laposo to be that veteran presence in the room. We don't know that, but if it were me, and don't forget Jason Bottrell's there as the assistant GM, so he knows the Sabre players.
With Ristolainen being on that list, does that all but tell you that he is going to be traded before the season starts?
I would think so. I think that's what they're looking to do. I don't think he wants to be back. You never say never, but he only has 1 year left. And as he said, if they want me to finish off the year, I'll finish off the year. If they want to trade me, they can trade me. But he goes, what I need is to make the playoffs either here or someplace else. So that's what he's looking at. And I suppose he might want to stay if the Sabres somehow made the playoffs next year and he's still around.
With the 3:00 trade deadline ahead of the protection list being due on Saturday at 5 p.m., were you surprised to see the Sabres not make a move?
I don't think surprised is the word. They wanted to move Ristolainen, I think, before that, but they didn't get what they wanted. I do like the fact, whether I agree with it or not, what the asking price is, that Adams isn't giving in, saying, all right, I'll just take the best offer and whatever that is. So it seems like he's holding strong that I believe player A is worth this. I believe player B is worth that. And I'm just going to make a trade for the sake of making a trade.
And also, how do you think Kevin Adams was able to talk to Jeff Skinner's agent and come to this agreement? I mean, the Kraken obviously are not going to want to pick up that hefty and long contract that Jeff Skinner had. Put it out there that Jeff Skinner would be available, and then you're able to protect other players. How smart was this on Kevin Adams' part? And is Jeff Skinner helping out the team, or is this just something that obviously the Kraken are not going to take him?
No, well, both, but I think he's helping out the team too. I think he wants to see the team do well. I mean, he's always said, and I believe him, he wants to be in Buffalo. That's the team he signed with because he wants to play here for many different reasons. One, he lives close to it here in the Toronto area. So yeah, he wants to help out the team. I think he knows that he wasn't going to be the guy going to the Kraken. I suppose he still could be, but I don't think I agree with you. I don't think he is going to be the guy. So I think he wanted to help the Sabres out, yes, and give them one more guy, the young guy that they can protect.
And just a little pre-thought into next year, should Eichel and Reinhart be traded this offseason, do you think Skinner, although he didn't have a great season this year, can step up and be a veteran leader for this team next year?
There's no problem with Jeff Skinner or his attitude or anything like that. It's just basically he can't put the puck in the net anymore. It's been 2 years. People complain he wasn't playing with this player or that player, but he was second on the team in scoring chances, 5-on-5 dangerous scoring chances for the team. He was producing chances, a lot of them, and he wasn't putting them away. And this has gone on for 2 years. That's not Jack Eichel's fault. That's not whoever centerman he's had fault. That's his fault when he doesn't convert on his chances. But from an attitude standpoint, I don't think there are any problems.
And after the expansion draft Thursday afternoon, and then before the draft on Friday, there is that tight little window for trades to happen again, do you expect to see any movement or any action from the Sabres?
Well, we'll know Wednesday night about the expansion draft, and then 1 o'clock is when trades and signings and all that can start up again on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you can make, I mean, Kevin Adams can be negotiating with a GM. He could have an Eichel trade done in an hour. He just can't announce it, you know, so they, I mean, he can still talk to GMs about trades, and we can have trades ready. Then 1 o'clock will roll around, and all of a sudden you might see 5 trades in the NHL that were, you know, discussed and made, but you couldn't make them official until after that 1 o'clock deadline. So, you know, he could have some trades ready to go once that deadline hits. It's not like, all right, it's 1 o'clock on Thursday. Now we only have till 8 o'clock on Friday, which is when the draft starts, to get some of these deals done. Negotiations still are going on.
Well, Paul Hamilton, it's going to be a busy week for Kevin Adams and a busy week for us, especially you. So I wish you luck.
I love it. Looking forward to it.
Thanks so much, Paul.